Anna.
Oh, here's Diana.
Here's Anna.
Hi. Welcome.
The dog had to go out.
We all have our needs.
I know, he did. He goes up and takes a little nap. He didn't. Hey, Mr. Rich, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks.
How's the weather down there?
Gorgeous.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I'm coming, the 28th.
28th. Okay. Finally.
Yay.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Well,
Great.
yesterday I was down at Sanibel and Captiva and Fort Myers Beach, and it is destroyed.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
heard that.
It looks so sad.
Yeah,
Can I help you with that? Can I pull
got
one?
it, got
Oh,
it, got
yeah.
it, got it.
Okay, we're going to get the meeting started and welcome everybody that's here in person and not in person. And we'll just get started for the month of February. The meeting minutes, who's going to present?
Change on the meetings?
Did we change the meeting?
I don't think so. I didn't.
Am I presenting the minutes?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Or just let us know. Has everybody read the minutes?
We're in
Yes.
close.
Okay, and are there any suggestions, additions, subtractions, mistakes?
I move to accept the minutes.
My,
Oh, good.
my name is missing from the minutes.
I saw that, Paul, just
Yeah.
now. Thank you.
Okay, good.
Included.
I move to reject the minutes.
As amended. Moved.
As amended.
Seconded, yeah.
I second, yeah,
All right.
okay. And the treasurer's report.
Okay. I have pages here.
Oh, okay.
Really, just the monthly is pretty similar to where we've been all along. There is one, I think it's just an administrative thing within the town report. I always report what the town reports. So the monthly expense for the general fund shows as 14,801 for the month of January, which typically we show 26,000. And the reason for that drop is simply that for some reason, that second payroll of the month was not included in the town report. I'm sure after the meeting, I'll ask Richard to run an updated report,
Yeah,
and I'm sure it'll be in there.
Yeah.
then. So I don't think it's a big deal at all. I think it's just administrative, maybe not reconcile the payroll accounts. I'm not sure.
okay.
So that's the only odd thing. January, formula grants, we got all our money in so far, so nothing in January. Revolving fund, we're still running it as a positive. If you recall, and Nancy, I know we talked about this last spring, we were losing $200 a month in the revolving fund, remember? And now that's gone. You
Yeah.
really did turn it around in September, and that was your expectation.
Yes.
So that's terrific.
Good job.
Yeah.
Why did that happen?
We were losing money with the, we were spending a lot under the formula, under the revolving that we aren't spending now. We're putting more into the congregate. We were taking more money out of revolving. There was also, we were losing money on classes, but we've been building up that. And one of the classes, we've actually, the strength class on Thursday was not giving us enough people to sustain it. So we dropped that class. So a couple of different ways to do it.
Okay, thank you.
And just to back up on that formula and opera grants, we do have a fund balance in the formula and ARPA of 35,899. Now, Nancy, I noticed in your report, you did mention that you had put in for the payroll of an assistant chef or assistant kitchen helper. That I think is where you're expecting, we had talked about that, expecting to expend that money, the formula grant, right?
Yeah, yes, but as of July 1st.
Exactly,
Mhm.
right. So Nancy has plans to spend that because we
Right.
would have to spend that at some point in time. And gifts and donations, we have unrestricted remains. We really had not much activity during the month of January in gifts and donations. We have the 59,000 as our total fund balance with 33,589 as our unrestricted. So that's always there for a big project someday. Comments or questions?
I saw something that I didn't understand. It was regarding what we give to Cohasset Cares. There's an amount of money that we give to them.
We, for you guys, Social Service League?
Yeah, but there was an expended.
No, you know what? That was a receipt that came in last month. See the 1,015? 1,000 came in on
Oh,
that Cohasset Cares.
oh, okay.
That's what that $1,000.
Donation.
You received the donation. Okay,
Yes.
thank you. Okay. Is there, let's see, shall we approve this report? I
We
approve
shall.
it.
I do have a question. Elaine, what is the name of the account that we have, the state grant? We get formula grant.
What is the name of the account? It's in here, it's combined with the ARPA on the summary report. On the town reports, I think it says.
It's a line item, but formula
I mean,
grant.
Formula, yeah.
Okay, it has its own chart of account, right?
Yes.
Oh, yes, it
Line
does.
item?
Yes,
Okay. And it's just called formula grant?
it is. There's actually two accounts. There's one that is the expenses, one that includes any salary. And then there's the revenue account, and they all sum up.
Okay,
They all say formula grant state revenue.
okay. There's a possibility that we'll be getting additional funds from the state. So we're gonna have to have a separate line item or an account number and description for that. So that we could make sure that it's accounted for separately than not rolled into the same chart of account.
Well, right now they have ARPA as a separate account, formula grant as a separate account,
Okay,
and then this third, whatever it will be, and it all rolls into town grants.
okay.
That's the group of accounts, but they are separate line
Town grants.
items.
Okay, awesome.
What's the purpose of that third state?
It's
Grant?
it's loosely defined as an economic grant, but we're gonna get the definitions of it.
Cool.
The definition of the use of funds for that.
Right.
So, once we get through the process, on the application, we'll find out, what it's called, or right now it was put into the economic bill.
Senator O'Connell's office. We just were notified about it. Oh, $20,000 and
20,000.
25, something like
Wow.
that.
Yeah, so
Right.
we just have to go through the process and apply for it, and once received, we gotta just make sure that we have a clearly defined use of funds, which I'm pretty sure is pretty loosely defined. We should, understand prior to us, going to the town hall with it, so we can explain what it's used for us.
Right. Right.
Right, good, okay. Any other questions, comments? Okay, then let's move. All in favor to accept the report?
Aye.
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 Report accepted. Okay, Nancy, you're on.
All right.
Why don't you read this, so that the people who are on, the people on television.
Those people.
People who are on television.
Good. I'm gonna wait to
Okay.
talk about it when you talk.
Brought it.
Just one
Our
page.
report.
Oh, I'll do it, I don't mind. Sure. Okay.
Did you get one?
No, I
have one.
didn't. Thank you.
Let me get you one. There you go.
Alrighty, so I just wanted to let everybody know, so we have more artwork. We have people throughout town, as we all know, who are very creative and would love to share their artwork with us. So the Hull artists do it down in the hallway, but we got another wire hanging system that we're putting in the chart room. And just to kind of spice up the chart room a little bit, give it a little bit more something nice to look at. We'll have different artists as well, putting their artwork up on this wall.
How
Just
nice.
and
Good.
so,
Very pretty.
Barb Canny is expected to put her photographs up within the next couple of weeks. So you'll see that there. Just so that you know, I just finished up the Executive Office of Elder Affairs, the report that they need annually. So we are just really booming with our numbers already this fiscal year, and we're just about a little over halfway through. We're up to 863 individuals who've come through the doors, or it's rather 897 versus the 863 from all of last fiscal year. So it's really good to see the numbers getting back up again. I wanted to share that we have a new staff member who took Siobhan Lynch's place, is going to take
Okay.
Siobhan's place as services assistant. Her name is Dorothy McCormack, and she will begin on February 22nd. So we are looking forward to Dorothy. She's got a great personality. She's very energetic, and I think you all will like her. So I will introduce her to everybody once she gets started. I also wanted to mention, Richie and I have worked very hard on it. Richie put in lots of changes. And if you would all please go to the website and let me know what you think. If you have any edits or additions or thoughts on the way that it's looking, please let me know. And that's at cohassetelderaffairs.org. I also have, and it was submitted in with the rest of the board information, but if you don't have it, I wanted to, the safety and emergency protocols, where this is part of the process for the national certification. Just wanted you guys to review it, and if you could approve it. I hope you all had a chance to look it over, when in the email. If you didn't, I have them here, so you could take another look at it, but I do want the board to approve it so that we can add that to our list of policies that we're going to be giving to the certification committee.
Do you want us to do it today or just?
Yes, I would, if you can do it today, that would be great. If you think it would take longer and nobody's had a chance to look it over, we can have it set for next month.
Get it done today
Okay.
at some point, but
Okay.
I don't want to interrupt. you.
Okay. Last thing, well, a couple more things. This month, we do have an intergenerational cornhole, the last Tuesday of the month, 5 to 6:30. I think that'll be fun. We already have, I believe, 9 seniors and a few of the Safe Harbor students, and we're hoping to get a few more students as well. So it ought to be a really fun time. We'll have pizza and a couple of good laughs on that one. So virtual presentations on art, it's going throughout the month. It's free. So if you can, reach out to Richie if you want to take a look at that. It's a really, Art Matters used to come here and physically show us all of the pictures and talk about it. And now she just has the same program. She just does it online, and people get to pick and choose which one they want to look at and what they want to learn about. Hearing screenings, we're going to start that monthly. She'll be able to clean out hearing aids, or take an audiology test. So hopefully that will be a big
So they're
draw.
going to have somebody from a hearing
Yes,
aid?
I believe she's from Hanover. She came in and did a presentation a couple of years ago for us.
From South Shore Hearing? Is that where she's from?
No, I think she's got her own place.
Oh, she has her own place?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So this is a little promotional thing for her too?
Right,
Uh-huh,
right. So it helps both.
cool.
Uh,
You get a lot of people for that, I'm sure.
Yeah, I hope,
Well,
yeah. So already, yeah.
Especially since a lot of people are talking about the fact that hearing aids can be purchased now without. And it was funny, I was reading the guidelines and they're really fairly simple.
Mhm.
It's if you're having trouble, and it gives the area of expertise that these hearing aids work the best at.
Oh, good.
So it would be an interesting thing if she brought that up. It's a good conversation.
I'm sure she will,
Yeah.
Yeah, similar, hopefully this will really take off. Last month, we started with the, or this month with the massage, I think January, the massages, which is just taking off like crazy. People
Oh,
love
great.
that. And I heard that she's very good, so.
Good.
Last month, we had 321 individuals who joined us over 900 times for outreach events and services. And as far as transportation, it was 54 residents for 212 rides. 21 of them were through the electric vehicle, Rich. I know that's numbers important. So that's about it for me. If you guys have any questions, happy to answer it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
We're fast approaching March and the budget coach is going to need some work. How do we go about asking?
Last year, we had launch, roll it out or, and
I
added,
think they did.
and they did a good
They did
job,
a
I
nice
thought.
job on it,
Yeah.
too.
Did they?
We can
Okay.
Yeah.
ask them
Because
to
it
do
needs a
that.
little repair work and we weren't sure if it needed some new foundation on it. I don't think it's ever had.
No, because I remember they did bring some sand or whatever that material it
Stone
is.
dust.
Yeah,
Stone dust, that's
Yeah.
right.
they did bring it once since we've had it, and that
Yeah.
was maybe 2 years ago.
It's looking like it needs some
Okay.
stone dust and it needs to be updated a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember talking to Launch and Mike did not want the participants to breathe in that stone
Yeah.
dust.
Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
didn't want them to put it down, but they were smoothing it, something like that. So
Mhm.
Okay.
I'll ask him if they're able to do something to smooth it out again. Is there anything else?
Yeah, the website, cohassetelder.affairs.org.
Mm-hmm.
So when I Google Cohasset Senior Center or Cohasset Elder Affairs, I don't get cohassetelderAffairs.org. Google doesn't recognize a website, cohassetelderAffairs.org.
Have you been able to get on it before?
No, all I've ever seen is that prototype that's on the town hall
Yeah,
website.
Yeah, it came up when I typed it in.
Did it?
Came up when I typed it in.
Really?
I went to Google and I typed in Cohasset Senior Center, and the address came up and I touched it. So now it says Cohasset MA.
Yeah, that's the old one.
Yeah, but the website is up though.
Yeah, so as soon as I did cohassetelderAffairs.org, it comes up to our website directly.
So it does show it. Live, laugh, and learn.
Let's see.
There's the laugh part.
Right.
Yeah, it's mobile friendly.
All right, so when I tap on Cohasset Senior Center, it brings me to cohassetmass.org.
Yep. And the
So, and
Senior
then what?
Center website should pop right up. It should say Wilcott Commons.
It says Wilcott Commons at the top, but if you look at your browser bar, it says cohassetmass.org. It doesn't say this cohassetelderAffairs.org.
And
Yeah,
that's
I
what you're
think-
doing is www.cohasset.
Talking about this?
Yeah,
Okay, that is not this URL, cohassetelderAffairs.org. This is cohassetmass.org.
well, it comes down here, it says cohassetma.org because that's our parent or something, but it is Cohasset Elder Affairs because it's our website. It's not, and then from here, you can get to the town website. And if you go into the town website, you can get to us, but cohassetma.org is probably because that's
As I understood it, when we were originally pursuing this, it was an important detail that we have a URL of our own,
yeah.
like it says on the page here, cohassetelderAffairs.org. That's not what this website is that I'm on right now. which means we are still part of the town's website. We're not
It's still
independent.
part of the town's website with our own URL is what I was told.
What happened there? Why didn't we get our own URL?
Because I don't, well, from what I was told, excuse me, that this is our own URL under the town.
There's only
Town,
one URL, and that's
Oh.
cohassetmass.org.
I don't
There is no
understand.
separate one. And the look of this, I'm sorry, it wasn't what I thought we were gonna do. And up until last week, it still had January's programming on here when I clicked on programs. I don't know, I just feel like this isn't what I had in mind when we were talking about this. But this is still subject to changes and improvements. If we want to make them, we can still do things to make it different. Because
To go February in there now.
I don't know, the look of it isn't thrilling to me. I don't know. What does anybody else think about this? Have you, anybody looked at it?
I haven't looked.
No, I'll have to
I have to look when I get up.
I'm looking at it right now. And this is the way I remember it was supposed to be part of the town. I think it looks fine.
See, I don't have one of those slides.
guess-
Is it?
I guess, Jim, it doesn't have the personal feel that you thought it would.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
So it has all of the information
Mhm.
that we need for sure.
Yeah, it does.
The problem, you have to scroll down to events and resources to find what it is you're looking for, not the menu. Because if you touch the menu, it brings you back to like the town website, to town hall stuff. So there's a picture of you down there.
Oh, you're not gonna buy me off that easy.
Yeah, yeah, you and Danny Belungus. There's a, but yeah, I understand what you're saying. It's
The links.
it's a
are-
huge improvement over what we've
Quick.
had, right? So
Yes, it is. It certainly is.
and it really is mobile friendly. So even on the iPhone or the iPad, it works really well.
Yeah, I'm noticing that right now. It does.
Yeah, so I guess we should all practice navigating it through the next couple of weeks to see how
Yeah.
we like to interact with it. But I do agree that if I'm going to just type in Cohasset Elder Affairs or Cohasset Senior Center or Cohasset Seniors on Google or Microsoft, it should find us fast. So I don't know if it does that or not. So,
Mhm.
you know, I don't know. People are going to get confused when they click on things. Can they find us or not?
Right. Because it brings us to My Active Center. When you do the link from the program itself, it says
Yeah.
go to the
yeah,
link.
because that's how we sign in.
Right, but that's a general My Active Center. Then
Right.
you have to go into.
have to find Cohasset.
Again. So it is not a direct link, which I think we were
That-
thinking
Yeah.
would be
We
an
would have all
easy
those things right
sign up.
on.
So it just misses that step, I think. And
That-
then you can pick your course. But it's not a direct link yet.
I
Right.
don't know how hard it would be to make that change, but that would certainly make it less cumbersome for people who want to.
Yeah, I know that came up. I don't know if that's, I'll double check with Megan and Richie, but I don't think we can. There was, it goes right to the My Active
Mhm.
Center, not right to signing up.
Yeah.
And that's probably a limitation on the end of My Active Center.
Exactly.
As opposed to
Right.
us.
Yep.
Well, I think we all know that when you're a senior, the few steps to anything is better.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
That's true. So,
Yeah, I was just trying to do it on my phone. And the thing that's trying, there's a picture that comes up that looks like the woods. I mean, if we have a picture of the building, it would be better.
I think you need a new phone.
No. No, but I went on Cohasset Elder Affairs. I got it, but the picture that's attached to it is like driving along Sawyer Street. It's not, no sign or anything, just woods.
Hmm.
I don't know, strange.
Yeah, the one I'm on, the banner picture keeps moving, so it shows people in the room.
Right.
Yes, I
Events,
have
yeah.
that too.
But it does have all of February events, which is good.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
it
great.
does.
Hmm.
So maybe a few little tweaks here and there might make it a little more friendly.
Mhm.
I like the scrolling photos.
So this way did go to it.
Yeah, and we can change those, thanks. We'll be able to update those so that we show a little bit of versatility of what we do here is what we're trying to do with those photos.
So all the updating will be done in-house here.
Mhm.
Okay, and Richard's gonna be responsible for that?
Correct.
So the link to the Facebook page worked well.
Yep.
And that does have a picture of the center, so that's easily recognizable.
And these buttons at the end link to town things, so if anybody wants information like council on aging, they can do that from here as well. Oh, yeah.
Now, does this page allow us to sign up for things? To register online?
If you register, it will bring you right to My Active Center, and that's where you register through. That was just brought up. I'll double check, but I don't believe that we can do anything other than going through the My Active Center link in order to get registered for
And
programs.
we have no control over how that operation works. My Active Center, that's a vendor to
Correct.
us.
Yeah,
Yeah, because theirs is a pretty clumsy setup, but I guess we're shackled to it.
Be stuck with that.
Yeah. Well, we're moving in the right direction. Yay.
yeah.
So Nancy, there's somebody assigned to put the alerts up on the website.
Yes, that's Richie.
So I think if you go down and scroll down at the bottom, these go directly in. You can, I just see that conversational French. Just get that. You can sign up here directly. So you can sign up there, I think. But if you go up in the top.
No,
major
that's just a
blocks-
search for the calendar.
Oh,
That
it's
that
just a
isn't a
search.
sign up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you still got to do everything
Right.
through My
Yeah, my
Active
account,
Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like when you go through, for instance, I'm on the menus, and it talks about what's coming, but it doesn't have a way to register for it. It says go to meals, but again, I think you still got to pick up the
You
phone.
still got to go to My Active Center to register for them.
Where's
And
my
that-
active center?
Well, the link is within each item, like bocce. Well, that didn't give a
They're,
link.
they're the folks that have the software for when you check in, when you come in and swipe your card at the front. That's part of My Active Center. The website where you sign up for things is My Active Center.
Is that on here?
No, if you tap on an activity, you'll see, or right at the top, you'll see a link to My Active Center. The first thing it says on the first page is if you want to sign up for anything, you need to do it through that link.
Yeah, I don't even see that.
But if you hit programs and then it references My Active Center, you hit that, it does come up.
Mhm.
Okay, that should be just be repeated on all of these then.
Yeah, it's in some, but not all.
So Nancy, I don't know if it's possible, but when you go to the lunch and nutrition section,
Mhm.
If there's a way they could reformat the menu with the dates, because it just goes 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 14, 15. And then it
That
has,
is the date.
you know, I don't know if you want to put, if there's a way to format it, it says, you know, Tuesday the 4th, Wednesday the 2nd or something, I don't know, or, you know, Tuesday the 14th, Wednesday the 15th.
Let me just see. We should be, excuse me, yes, I'll check with Richard and find out if he can just add the dates on, the names of the days of the week.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's because of my phone, it's
Yeah, it
formatting.
might look totally different too. You should also compare it to the, on your computer.
Yeah.
Oh, also on that, My Active Center, there's not a link to it. It just says to go ahead and it looks like it wants you to load that somehow, as opposed to a link that'll put you there.
Sorry, Rich, can you repeat that?
Yeah, I'm looking at programs, or I'm not even sure where I am now, but I was looking under the intergenerational cornhole, and it talked about registering and calling, and then it says and then you have the website for My Active Center, but it doesn't, you hit My Active Center and it doesn't do anything.
Well, mine came up.
Mine
Yeah,
does.
mine does.
Yeah.
And said details and costs.
Yeah. So that, if that was an active link, I think it'd be a lot better.
It is an active link on my phone, Rich.
Oh,
When I
okay, it's my phone. We all
Get a new
need
phone.
That's it.
So is the community dinners once a month, right?
No,
Not
No.
necessarily.
No, not necessarily. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay, because this, on the website, it leads you to believe it's every Tuesday throughout the year.
Uh-oh, I'm out.
We'll have to adjust that.
You're gonna be busy, Jim.
Gonna have to raise my rates.
Yeah.
Exactly. And increase your benefits.
Yeah, it just says, the community dinner, join us for the community dinner on schedule Tuesdays at 5 throughout the year.
And that's under the
Yeah, then check your,
programs?
then it says check your local listings,
But are you looking at that under programs, Paul?
This is under meals. I'm still under meals.
He's
So,
You
so
have treats.
if you scroll down, there's, after Cohasset Food Pantry, Cohasset Farmers Market, Cohasset Cafe, and then we have community suppers.
Or is it join us for an intergenerational community dinner on scheduled Tuesdays at 5 p.m.
Throughout the year.
It does sound like it's an ongoing.
yeah,
But it also says check the Vista for details, but what if you don't get it? Because this is intergenerational, right? I'm gonna guess the younger people don't get the Vista.
right.
Yeah.
That's true.
That was similar to the whole town.
So are you saying we should, under that, we should put the date that we actually have it? Every time we know the
Say
date.
Scheduled Tuesdays, that says to me that look for the schedule.
Yeah,
I mean, I understand, I would have read it as like, check what Tuesdays are on,
yeah.
that it's not necessarily every one, but you might clarify it more.
Okay, well, we can throw around some wording on that. That might make
Yeah.
it more straightforward.
I'm gonna go through this when I get home on my computer because I don't use one of those.
All right,
Yeah.
is that it? Anything else? All right.
Thank you, thank you. Oh, I did have one. On there are rides. I noticed on the Vista that fish is no longer listed as participants in your medical drives. Has that been absorbed or?
No.
'Cause-
When you, what do you,
Well, in the Vista, it does, when it talks about the medical services
Mhm.
driving, it doesn't mention fish any longer.
Okay, well, I did not realize that.
Oh,
It
okay.
needs to because we still have fish going
Okay.
on.
Okay, that was my comment.
Bang, bang.
Rich, what are you doing?
2, 3, 4.
Okay,
Before you go, Nancy, I got one question. Well, everybody was looking on their phone. I was
yeah,
looking at the safety and emergency protocols. Am I incorrect that in the case of severe weather, if the schools are canceled, we're automatically canceled?
And severe weather if the school, yes, that's correct.
Okay, because that's not in here. And if schools are canceled, then the senior center is closed. Right. So you might want to get it in there somehow.
Okay, yeah, if you think that we should put it in here, I think this, we were basing it once we're in the building, if there's any kind of an emergency, this is how we would
Oh.
respond to it.
Oh,
Not-
in the building?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So for
Well, no,
local
this is
commons,
saying when severe weather is in the forecast.
under
Under
severe weather. Oh, we could add, okay,
I'd add in there,
add it in that paragraph here, just to say.
if public schools are canceled,
Okay,
the center will be closed.
all right, makes sense.
also, that the building is, during an emergency, usually a weather emergency, we use the building as either a warming or a cooling.
Yeah, that's in here.
Oh, is it in, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is in here.
Okay, good.
Says notifications also announced if Philcock Commons will open as a warming or cooling center for residents in need of electricity, meals, or other assistance with Cohasset Emergency Management Department. Yep, so it's in
Oh,
there.
good, right down there, okay.
And under medical emergency, it just refers to someone falling. So if we just want to expand that a touch and say if a participant requires medical attention or falls, just add that caption. Because I was thinking about that woman who had a heart issue at yoga a few
Oh,
weeks
yeah.
ago. This just speaks to falling, but she needed.
Right, okay, that's, so if a participant has a medical,
Requires medical attention
requires medical, okay,
or,
or falls,
Yeah.
okay,
then you.
thank you.
And I think in that policy, you have a typo, building will follow their guidance, the second line, fourth word in. It's, you're referring to, everyone should follow the police or the fire or the executive director. And when we just say the guidance, it's like,
Oh,
we need guidance.
their guidance, follow their.
I think it's just a typo.
Okay,
And the town nurse isn't on site all week, right?
she is not, no. With these changes, would everybody accept them as they are?
Yeah,
I would
yeah, they're
accept that,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
All
And
right.
those handheld, just curious, are they tested periodically and do they immediately go to police and fire, or is it just
It's
contained
With
within
the-
us?
Yeah, and they do test them. Glenn comes down on a regular basis and tests them out, make sure that they're working, but
What are you referring to? What are they?
The last one, communication failure,
Uh-huh.
it refers to our handheld two-way radio system.
Oh, we do have radios, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was just curious how that operated and if we tested it periodically.
yeah, and it is though within, like, I think the schools are on one channel, we're on another channel, and I'm not quite sure how many different channels there are, but they do work.
11,
11?
11.
Wow.
Great. Okay, I approve.
yeah, I
Yeah, we-
approve too.
Yeah.
Okay, great, thank you.
And does that complete your?
That is this.
Okay, then I will, I don't have very much, but the first thing I would like to do is read this, mostly for the benefit, because I think you guys have seen it, and I don't know if you got to read it. A letter Nancy got after the community supper. My husband and I wanted to say thank you for the wonderful night we had at your community dinner. We met two lovely couples and thought the chicken parm dinner was so delicious. delicious.
There you go.
We appreciate all the efforts everyone made to make it special. Gratefully yours, Susan and Armando Aguilar. So
That's very nice.
it's very nice letter. Okay, the only other thing that I really wanted to discuss was this reopening of this community dinner, and we felt it was quite a success.
Yeah.
What have you heard from around town? Anybody?
I'm too modest to say.
Jim.
Oh, you, Jim? Oh, come on, you can say something.
Anytime I get to dance in the kitchen, it's a success.
Exactly,
Yeah, that's
and for
right.
everybody. So, yeah, I think it went well, a little touch up, with, as far as I'm concerned, with the kids as far as how to serve. I mean, I did say start on the left and pick from the right, and then.
I think the kids did great. I mean,
They did, they
did a great
do,
job.
and they were,
and they sat down and
they
talked.
did sit down and talk,
People love that.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they
I don't
enjoyed
think
that a lot, I think,
paying
yeah.
attention which side their food came from.
It was funny, I had a
Walked down in
last
front of
week
them.
Yeah.
if they could come, but they weren't 65 yet.
Oh,
And I said, no, it is what it is. It's a community dinner.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can come.
Everybody's welcome.
Maybe we can make that clearer somehow. in the
I know, that
promotion,
might be.
It's
Yeah.
not
the
limited
way
to,
tweak it,
age,
by
is
age.
Put it out as a chance for all kinds of ages to come.
Yeah.
together.
Yes.
Because there were a
yes.
couple of ladies that I was walking with and they had heard from somebody else who had come. And they said, could we go even if we're
Mm.
not 65? And I said, yeah, anybody
Yeah,
can
and-
go. It's a
and that-
community
The
dinner.
whole like elderly age is a floating factor too. You go.
exactly.
You go to Kohl's and it's 60 and.
Right.
If you
Yeah.
go someplace else, it's
Someplace,
55.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
The condo.
AAR.
is 55.
AARP, you get
Tries you
your
at-
little 50, on your birthday, it gets to your house. So, yeah, no, I think it was a big, well, when you said that people don't care, I noticed reaching across somebody with, and I just had visions of
Oh, spilling.
sliding
Yeah.
ziti, I just, so if you just,
Yeah.
so, but no, and they were great, and they were in there, and they're having fun doing dishes, which.
Yeah, they loved using the dishwasher.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. And I want to give a special thanks to Sarah Livermore, who
Yeah,
got a hold of the kids. I mean, it was a 3-step process, but it happened. I mean, and now we know
she did a nice
Yeah.
job.
she did a good
She
job.
does a nice job, very nice job.
Yeah. And she's not here today because I got a note from her. Her work just has gotten very demanding and she just couldn't get away this morning. So I understand that. And then the other thing is, I was talking to Nancy, people did come back to this event. I mean, you worry about that when you reopen after a couple of
yeah.
years and all that kind of stuff. So they did come back.
There was a waiting list.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask, because
I
I
think-
know we.
Because
kept it
every
a little low.
single person came.
Yeah, we kept it low for this first time out to see how
See how
everything
it
went
went.
and let the dust settle, but yeah, we can certainly.
We only had one person and that was understandable. She's forgetful and, but otherwise, every single person came.
Yeah, and we could even increase the kid factor.
I think
Sure.
it's more kids would be nice because
Yeah.
we didn't have, not every table, every server had a kid attached to
Helping
them.
them.
Yeah.
I think I would.
There were only
increase
3
the number of
kids.
Kids, because
Right.
there's always ways to use them.
Absolutely. If we can increase them, I definitely agree with that.
Okay, so I'll keep the lines of communication open with Sarah, of course, because and her son, her involvement, he's only a junior, so, this can,
All 3 of them were juniors.
yeah, can perpetuate itself that way, maybe.
Well, I love watching the kids when they get there, standing against the wall with their hands in the pockets,
Yeah.
not knowing what to do. And in about 20 minutes, they're all yapping and all over. the
They're all
place,
over the
having
place,
a
yeah.
good time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they warmed up very quickly.
Yeah,
They did. They were great. And the food was wonderful. Everybody commented.
the food was
Thank
delicious.
you.
Portions were quite generous.
Oh,
Well,
Very generous.
I don't even want to come close to not having enough, so I'd rather have too much. And I want everybody to feel like I don't want it to look skimpy on the
Yeah,
plate.
no, everybody
you know?
was
Yeah.
very happy with it.
Very
Yeah.
happy, yeah.
yeah, it was a nice selection. And Diana brought flowers from another event from the day before, but unbeknownst to me, and I brought flowers, and everybody liked their primrose to take home.
Mhm.
So,
Which
that
was
was
fun.
nice.
Yeah.
which everybody got,
Yeah.
well, until they ran out, but they got them to take home. And we were thinking that maybe we could, we're going to have another community dinner at the end of April. We've scheduled.
Okay.
And then going forward, we also got some kind of, we got an offer for, you want to tell about the Derby?
Yes, so it's the end of April. We do have other volunteers. We don't want to put it all on Jim and Dan for sure, every time we have one. So there is other volunteers that Liza can reach out to. One of them was the Derby Street moms who had just started, I guess, in the kitchen, but they can't do it on the 25th. So she's going to reach out to another volunteer to see. And we'll go from there.
And we'll go from there and see if it was,
Looking
no,
for others so that we're at our welcome, but hope that Jim comes as a guest this time around.
and then take notes. So you can criticize at the meetings.
Offer your expertise.
Food wars, I can see it now.
No, see, that's because you went like this. So, no, yeah, because if people want, they can, oh, when we, my Mahjong group, they love it. And they're always asking, well, when are we gonna do another?
Mhm.
I said, everybody's a volunteer here.
Yeah.
You're not gonna wear them out. So, we have to get more, we're gonna do this gradually. You and Dan have to be our stalwart.
Not before we do St. Patrick's Day.
No,
No, absolutely.
absolutely not, absolutely not. You're absolutely right, and any other thoughts on community dinners? Okay. And any other thoughts about the reopening of this? I mean, I consider this our reopening year. Think about things that we may want to do or not want to do.
I'd like to see us use the outdoors more as the weather gets better.
Yeah.
That's
Because
exactly
I
what I
think
was
a
thinking.
lot of people would come if there were outside things happening.
Mhm.
It's a pretty nice little wooded area that we're in here.
Yeah.
I think to make use of our outdoor space would be great. And that big tent that we had worked well for a lot of things.
Okay, we can think about that. Anything else?
I think lunches outside were delightful.
Yeah,
They really
outdoor
were.
lunches are great.
It's funny though, sometimes the outdoor lunches, we tried to do that more last year. It's shady with the tent though.
Yeah, it
and
can
then
be
gets a little
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
And so people prefer to be inside. So
And when it's too hot, they want
Right.
to be inside, not outside. Yeah, you just gotta.
we need Goldilocks lunches.
So, and how are the trips going?
Good. Diane's working on them now. She's working on a contract
Uh-huh.
for this coming year. So we'll know as soon as she's finished, because we work with Norwell
Right.
and Situate and Hull.
And
So,
and they're always filled.
yes, they're usually filled with waiting lists.
Oh,
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want my have a
Yeah.
pulse on that kind of activity. How
Yeah,
about you,
there's-
Eleanor? You're up and around town. You know what's going on.
What to bring here?
Yeah, something new or different.
A vision. I mean, all those kinds of things.
What- oh.
Well, programs, you mean?
Yeah, anything.
I think there should be more dancing, but that's me.
well, that dance,
That was fun.
Yeah.
There was dance class. That
Yeah.
was fun.
That was fun. And a line dance and
Yeah.
those kinds of things.
I got a question for Nancy. Did we ever get the heat fixed?
We sure
We
did.
did.
It's nice in here, Rich.
All right, I had to leave town, so
We were just waiting for you to leave.
that's it. Okay, well, it works.
Yeah, we went upstairs for drawing last week and whoo, it was warm.
Yeah.
And everybody was dressed with layers. on.
They were ready.
Yeah. And it was nice and warm. We were like, whoa, this is nice.
Yeah, finally.
That worked. That was just getting too drawn out, and so finally this seems to be it, and that's great. Nancy, is there anything further that they want to do or investigate about why that happened, or is it done now? And
Yeah, they said because it's a complicated system and each part that they get, they can't just go to the local hardware store. It has to be made or some ridiculous piece of equipment that is because it's so energy efficient. So it was a big process. They did have to go far away to get it, or it had to be made. They gave me many reasons, but they finally think that they did it. They got it right until the next time. There was, and it was
Yeah.
to try to find it. I guess they went through the entire building for a leak that they couldn't. They finally found like one tiny leak somewhere that was affecting the whole system.
Oh,
But
wow.
it didn't show up until they went and like looked in all different areas. So it was quite a complicated matter, and I'm glad that they were able to do it and they stuck with it. And I know it took us forever, and we kept on top of them in order for them to, check back and make sure that the part was coming or who was going to be able to do it or what the next step was. But I think it's in the system that they have here, which was a great system because it was a green building, but I don't think it's really the best.
I talked to some of those guys while they were in here working, and it was clear that it wasn't for lack of effort that it was
Right.
taking so long. They were just flummoxed by the complexity of the system that they have, which is often the case when you change technology. There's a learning curve, and the whole design system has to have bugs, and it takes time to work them out.
I'm glad.
How's the ice machine?
What's that?
Is the ice machine fixed?
The ice machine works.
Ah,
There's all kinds of good things going on.
Are we pursuing pickleball or is that over, gone? I know it's not your favorite
The
topic,
predictable
Rich.
sound from
Yeah.
Rich.
Yeah, no, I just don't have any spot for it, until somebody or we can think of a good location. As far as I know, Diana, it's a swim team. I think that at swim club that was the last thing they wanted to do it over, and it was up to the swim club to agree to that. And I don't know if that's really something that you guys want
We
to.
didn't have the room up top.
Yeah,
They thought we'd have the room up top, but I said, I don't think we do. And
right. And then they talked about a couple of the
they talked about doing it
spaces
down
over
here.
Parking
and
lot,
taking
yeah.
some.
But that was kind of a bizarre kind of thing.
That is
We
too.
do have the land and it wouldn't be a bad spot at all, but you're involving 4 houses,
Yeah.
4 homes.
And it might not be in perpetuity. I mean, people don't want an encumbrance
Right.
on their house, like a public.
Correct, yeah. and
I
it
wouldn't
comes-
want it on mine.
It comes up pretty close on a
Yeah,
couple of the
yeah.
houses, so, yeah. So I left that up to Glenn, if you want to, his family owned most of that block, so.
Right, so he said he talked to them all and they all agreed to do it or to accept it. But
I
it
don't
was
know,
just a
we didn't
matter-
go very much further than that on it right now, but
So, I mean,
as I
it's not
said-
an ideal spot, just like,
Right.
we just need to find a
Right.
good spot and that's
yeah.
where we're at with it.
Mhm.
Okay, any other comments?
No, I think we've done
Yep.
well.
I have an update for the housing liaison.
Oh, okay, let us
Yeah.
know.
So for the affordable housing, I just wanted to get something on the radar for everybody. The old antique place that burnt down, 808 Jerusalem, at the end of the street there down at West Corner. Habitat for Humanity owns the property now, and they're going to be building a 2-family home there. And so our committee, along with the Housing Trust and hopefully other people in town, are going to begin a fundraising program for the next several months to help get the community involved in helping build the home. And one of the things that is happening is that Habitat has an annual gala event, and they just so happened to book it at the Red Lion Inn this year. So it's going to be May 11th. It's a Thursday night, and it's their annual event, so it'll be people from all over the South Shore. We're hoping to promote that quite a bit to get a lot of residents from Cohasset there, just to get them aware of the affordable housing, not just for Habitat, but for the town-wide purpose of helping people get affordable housing. So that event is not going to be a sit-down dinner. It's going to be basically more like a cocktail and or hot appetizer or hors d'oeuvre type of function. So that'll be coming up on May 11th, that Thursday. So the other thing that they did was they Habitat has a new program where they have financial assistance for folks who qualify to help repair their homes. I'm getting some of the information from them in the next couple of weeks. But a lot of seniors would qualify for someone to come in and repair something into your home. I believe the amount was up to $10,000. And it would be a grant. They just rolled it out about a month or so ago. So we're working on the details, and we'll bring that to Elder Affairs once I get the details.
Good, good. Thank you, Paul. And Kathy, how are things going down at 60L?
Trying to unmute here.
I'm sorry? Oh, okay.
She's on mute, she said.
I'm on mute and I can't.
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Up now.
Now you're on mute.
No, not now. Back
Unmute.
to
There you
where-
go.
There I
There
am.
you go.
Okay. Thanks. So, yeah, we're going along. I can't tell you, I believe that a couple of people have been housed in the last month. But we're meeting this week and I'll know that for sure. They are, I think today, starting their roof, which was a CPC funded project, new roof on the community building. And it's been extended over onto building 1. So the whole first building that you see when you pull into the parking lot behind the fire station will be re-roofed this week. And that's good. And they finished the other project, which was the patio and deck doors and the new decks. That project is finished, but unfortunately not particularly well done, apparently. So they're going back to redo some of it. Same issue we had the last time, and it's just really annoying, but they're not getting their money till it's not leaking. So
Leaking.
it's
Yeesh.
leaking, some of them, not all of them, but some of them are leaking.
Wow.
So I think that's it. In the housing for the disabled, that is occupied now.
Oh,
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
Good. And how many units are open at 60 Elm? Do you know?
I don't know exactly. Too many. Too
Oh,
many.
there are. Oh, there are.
Oh, yeah, still too many. There's, they're not all ready to be occupied, but we're working on that.
Okay. Okay, things are trooping right along. Anybody else have any comments?
No.
Friends is doing well with the cafe.
Oh, I know they are. Yeah, everybody loves the
Has
cafe.
anybody heard from Ed Mulvey, or where is he? Or
He was here a few
Yeah.
weeks ago.
Oh,
was
really?
he? Oh, good.
Is he
Um,
mobile?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he, I forget, he's
Oh,
up
wow.
at Sunrise.
Yeah,
Ah.
So I
okay.
don't know if that's just like a temporary while he rehabs.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm not sure. But Mary Kay ran up and got him and brought him down.
Oh, good.
He hung for the cafe. So,
Wow.
Oh, good.
yeah, so he, considering what the initial report.
Yeah,
were,
it sounded
Right.
dire.
We didn't think
Yeah.
he was, yeah.
surprising.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, great.
Okay, that's
Anybody
good.
hear from Jim Carpenter?
No.
No, not for the last couple months. When I talked to him, he went from being, he's an alternate now, member of our committee. He's
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
but I haven't talked to him since then. Anyone else?
No, it's good.
Okay, well then I think we can adjourn our meeting unless. Shall we have a motion to
I'll make a
adjourn?
motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second it.
Okay.